All right, let's do a review breakdown on what worked, what didn't work, acting, CGI, best scenes, overall score, all that. So look, hey, look, this joint was with extreme practical gore all through the joint and very disturbing, what I'm saying, creature effects in this joint. It was creative and brutal deities attacks throughout the movie. The strong visual direction and intense camera work. It was dark. It was isolated atmosphere. The deities, they felt aggressive and real dangerous in this joint. Like they was not on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Suhela Yakuba brings like emotional weight to at least, you know what I'm saying? The movie fully commits to being savage horror, like extremely savage horror, you know what I'm saying? You know, um, some early reviews I might have highlighted like the practical effects, the relentless gore, the disturbing imagery, and the creative visual techniques. All that shit was like that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things they may have not didn't work. You know what I'm saying? For some people, the nonstop violence may became exhausting, but in my opinion, it was right on point. Like uh, less dark comedy than classic Evil Dead movies. Okay, well, this one was okay for what it had going on. Some characters probably could have had used more development. Shit, I think everybody got their 15 minutes of shine in this joint, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? The emotional things may get buried beneath the gore, you know what I'm saying? But shit, yeah, definitely, because there was a lot of gore going on, you know what I'm saying? The story may have feel thin compared with the amount of brutality, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of brutality in this joint, you know what I'm saying? Uh, some may praise that the technical execution, but the movie, it was real sacrifice humor, emotional depth, and story developed for non-stop violence. It was all there. Best scenes, the isolated family gathering, turning into deities, chaos. That was a good scene. The intense vehicle sequence. That was a good one. Um, the first major deity transformation. That was a good one. The practical gore and possession sequences. That was some good scenes. You know what I'm saying? The final survival battle. That definitely was a good one. You know what I'm saying, with her and her ex-husband. Um, that extended vehicle sequence reportedly required like several days of rehearsing and filming. You know what I'm saying? From my research, you know what I'm saying? So y'all check that out. Get in the comments and let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? The acting, hey, so Healy, Jacob, I'm saying her name wrong, but as Alice delivers the emotional center of the movie and brings grief, fear, pain, and survival energy to the role, she did her thing. You know what I'm saying? Hunter on Doohan as Joseph brings like emotional intensity while becoming deeply connected to the family supernatural nightmare. It was a nightmare. Like this was a nightmare from beginning to end. The supporting cast, they kind of like help create the feeling of a grieving family slowly being destroyed from within, one by one. You know what I'm saying? The visuals, the CGI, all the practical effects, the practical gore effects, that definitely was a 10 out of 10. The deity design, that was a 10 out of 10. The Cinematography, that was a 10 out of 10. The CGI, that was a 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? All the horror atmosphere, that was a 10 out of 10. Hey, look, all them practical effects, hey, was visual MVP of the movie. You know what I'm saying? The movie focused heavily on physical gore, very disturbing transformations. Very, it was dark lighting, but it was good to see, you know what I'm saying? You could still see violent imagery, you know what I'm saying? And creative horror cinematography, you know what I'm saying? The ending, well, with a little spoiler warning, you know what I'm saying? This section should be, you know what I'm saying, added. Y'all should watch this section after, you know what I'm saying, you complete the movie, you know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to avoid knowing anything at the end, then you know what I'm saying, you might want to just skip the whole joint, come back, you know what I'm saying? But the ending centers on whether Alice can survive the deity, you know what I'm saying, the deity outbreak, you know what I'm saying, while confronting the darkness connected to her late husband's family. You know what I'm saying? The deeper the theme is, it appears that the grief, the family trauma, all the shit that they been through, all the abuse that she been through with her husband, and promises from the past can continue hunting people long after death. They try to make the Book of the Dead seem like a evil book, so they take some truth, they make it into a movie, and then they try to make it demonic, so that way you could be scared of your own truth and your own ancient history and stuff. So they try to demonize the book called the Book of the Dead. But in this, the grandfather, he went around the world collecting a lot of different artifacts and stuff, and you know what I'm saying. And one of the things that he collected, these deities, you know what I'm saying, they wanted it, and that's why this family was hunted down like that for this particular dagger. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of powers to it. They can stop them, but they needed to get it so they could continue to live on this side of the realm, but zombie out there, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's evil dead burn.